Hello, Chef Marcus Guiliano here, and I'm your chef on a mission. Today's mission is Hudson Valley Restaurant Week. What's the behind the scenes? Now, this is my personal critique. I don't know 100% of the details, but if somebody from Hudson Valley Restaurant Week, the board, some of the directors, people who are behind it, if you can set the record straight, I would be happy to entertain the actual facts and records of Hudson Valley Restaurant Week. I think it's a scam. I personally don't do it. I think they're making a lot of money. I think this is a business opportunity for somebody to exploit restaurants, just exploit restaurants. And here's why. It costs the average restaurant about $800 to join. If you have two restaurants, you get a discount. If you do the spring and the fall, you get a discount. When I did it years ago, 7, 8, 9 years ago, it cost me $880 to register my restaurant, then to give away food at $26 at the time for a 3-course dinner. Now it's $32 or $33 for a 3-course meal. So, and they actually, I think they own the trademark Hudson Valley Restaurant Week or something, or Hudson Valley Restaurant. They own, because I did a menu similar to theirs where I said it's like Hudson Valley Restaurant Week, and I got a cease and desist letter from them because I was infringing on their revenue, okay? First of all, Hudson Valley Table is the magazine who puts us on, Hudson Valley Table. If I say Hudson Valley Magazine throughout this, just this is a disclaimer, it's Hudson Valley Table I'm talking about. Now, I'm not written up in there at all. And I do a lot of awesome things. I like to brag about myself, but we do a lot of awesome things here at the restaurant. A lot of cool things. We're only green certified restaurant, or we're the first green certified restaurant. We're really farm to table. I'm very outspoken about ingredients, about purity, about the things we use. 45 small farms I'm using right now. I was told years ago, Marcus, we can't write on you because you don't advertise with us. If you place ads, we'll write articles about you. That's how it works, basically, was what I was told. Now, I'm pretty sure that might be illegal. I don't know if there's like journalism laws or something, but I kind of think, I don't know personally, if anybody knows in the audience listening, leave a comment if that's legal or not, to actually tell somebody you're going to write on, free journalism, that if you don't pay for ads, we're not going to write about you. It might be totally legal. Who knows? But I'd like to know. So I don't get written up in Hudson Valley Table because of that. So I've been on the outs with them for years. I've been very outspoken about that too. I put videos up saying, hey, these magazines, I had one lady who came in here and wrote this beautiful article from another magazine down in Jersey. Wrote this beautiful article, spent an hour and a half with me, this and that. And then she goes, here are our ad rates. I go, what's this for? She goes, for the ad. I said, what do you mean for the ad? You just did an interview. You interviewed me on all this stuff. Now you want me to place an ad. She goes, well, if you don't place an ad, you don't get written up. I said, well, I guess I'm not getting written up because I'm not placing an ad. And she left like all huffy and pissy, and she didn't even tip for her meal that she ate here. It was disgusting. I have the magazine around somewhere. Totally disgusting what this lady did. So, Hudson Valley Restaurant Week. 2 times a year it happens. It costs restaurants about $800 to join this. They get sponsors on top of it, $1,000, $5,000, $10,000 levels, maybe 15. There's some sponsors that come in with some big coin. So I called them again today and I said, what's the deal with Hudson Valley Restaurant Week? Where does all that money go to? And the lady answered the phone and says, it goes to advertising. It goes to advertising to promote the restaurants that are in Hudson Valley Restaurant Week. So at first numbers, I'm thinking they make about $250,000. They bring in a gross about $250,000 in revenue. About 200 restaurants right now, right? About 200 restaurants. I'm seeing 194 dinner places. It might be more than that, but if it says dinner, it says 194. Some of them might just be brunch or lunch. So 200 restaurants. Let's just say $800. It's 160,000. You have your other sponsors at a 5,000 piece, 10, whatever it is. You're pushing 200,000, $250,000 twice a year. So that's like $500,000 gross revenue. And they're saying they're using $500,000 twice a year to promote Hudson Valley Restaurant Week. Like, are they like buying the most expensive ads possible? Have they not heard of Facebook ads? I've never seen one ad on Facebook for Hudson Valley Restaurant Week. I've never seen one ad on YouTube. I've never seen any of this kind of stuff. So there's so many ways to advertise that just do such an amazing thing. First of all, if I'm going to pay that kind of money, I want database. I want people that are coming in. I want them to sign up. So Hudson Valley Restaurant Week should be saying, okay, charge regular for your food. Let's get a $10 discount going so we can grab people's information and then give it off to the restaurateur so they can market to that person later. Because database is super important for me to put $800 out there to give away my food. So Hudson Valley Table can bring in, I don't know, $500,000. Maybe it's 400,000. Maybe it's 350. Maybe it's $600,000. It's a large amount, folks. And they want restaurants to give away their food. So now I have to do a 3-course menu of my regular portion sizes. And I have to give it away for $32.95. And if I did this menu on my own, which I did before, and I called it, Hudson Valley Restaurant, whatever, I'm going to get a cease and desist letter from them to say that I'm infringing on their revenue. When really, I can offer any kind of prefix I want, $32.99 instead of $32.95, and I can offer it as a counter to whatever. But they didn't like my wording. They didn't like whatever, so they sent me a cease and desist letter. So just so you know, when you go to a restaurant through Hudson Valley Restaurant Week, they're paying a lot of money. They're paying a lot of money to be part of that marketing program. They have to give away their food. They have to discount their food severely to be in that program. There's a person behind there, a company behind there, Hudson Valley Table, that is bringing in a lot of money to act as an ad agency for all these restaurants. First of all, I don't know why restaurants really join this. Are they scared that they have to join this to bring money in, or they think this is like a benefit or a fundraiser? If this is a benefit or a fundraiser and the money goes to charity, I stand wrong on this. I totally stand wrong. And somebody leave a comment here, whether you're from the board or whether you're from Hudson Valley Table Magazine. I stand totally wrong, and I will be willing to apologize. But I want to know how much that actually goes to charity. Don't say, oh, we're giving 1% to charity, because any business say, oh, we're giving 1% to the planet, 2% to the planet, and don't pretend that like they're superheroes or something. I'd like to know that if this is a legitimate charity cause, a legitimate community thing, then yes. Typically what happens at Hudson Valley Restaurant Week, a lot of people go out that are cheap to begin with. They're people that go out and look for deals. So I found in my personal experience that these weren't people that were coming back to my restaurant. Hudson Valley Restaurant Week sold it to me as, oh, these are people that are going to come back to your restaurant. These are people that you're going to make fans of. These are people that are going to be your regular guests. That's not the case. There's certain people out there that only look for coupons, only look for deals. And I found in my personal experience that was the people that were coming out for Restaurant Week, besides my regular guests who already knew me. So I think there's some fishy business going on here with Hudson Valley Restaurant Week. And I would encourage, I know a lot of restaurateurs that say, no way would I be part of that scam. There's a lot of restaurants, but they still get 200 restaurants to do it. At some point, this system has to collapse of exploiting restaurants. It has to collapse. I just don't see them being able to sustain this kind of model that much longer. And they recruit some well-known chefs like Peter Kelly, Josh from Terrapin, Agnes from Hudson Valley Tea Room. They recruit some good chefs on here to be part of their board, their advisory board, okay? And if one of them is listening, please correct me if I'm wrong. I want to be wrong. I want to be wrong. So I want to think that all that money that they're collecting is not going to somebody so greedishly, and they're not exploiting restaurants. They're not just throwing money out at paying expensive ads. Maybe they advertise on the radio and they pay way too much. It was not the thing to do. And some radio ads are cheap, by the way. I don't know if anybody knows that, but radio ads are pretty cheap. It's a good value right now, radio ads. If you listen to Gary Vaynerchuk, he's a huge fan of radio ads right now because they're losing out to other mediums. They're losing out to other platforms. Everybody else wants to grab your attention, and there's ads everywhere, right? So radio's coming back around now where, they got to compete. They have to compete. So I am officially have banned Hudson Valley Restaurant Week. I'm here to educate people about Hudson Valley Restaurant Week and just saying, it's not just some restaurants saying, oh, let's just reduce our prices. Restaurants are in this for a significant amount of money. New York City, they go over for more. It's like $1,500 to join Restaurant Week. But again, they do it through Slow Weeks. They think that they bill it to the restaurants as, we're saving your business, we're bringing you in people the 2 slowest times of the year, this and that, and everybody else is doing it, and people are going to go out to eat. They're going to eat at other restaurants. They're not going to eat at your restaurant. I've heard this spiel before, and that's it. So Hudson Valley Restaurant Week, if I'm right, on any of this, shame on you. Shame on you. Why don't you do seminars and teach restaurants how to actually advertise, guerrilla advertising, how to market, how to do Facebook posts, why don't you actually teach that so everybody can get together and promote Restaurant Week themselves without paying you these big bucks. But I have a funny feeling it comes back to years and years ago, 12, 13 years ago, when you told me that we're not gonna write on you unless there's some money in the game. I'm Chef Marcus Guiliano. Thanks for watching. If you like my videos, please hit like, subscribe, and pass them on.